Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pacific Sales Live stage. I'm your host, Sean Ayala. We are recording this audio video experience live from our Pacific Sales showroom in Torrance, California. So that way you can watch this show via your favorite social media podcast, I mean, uh, via your favorite social media platform, or listen to it via your favorite podcast app. This is the show where we bring to you the experts to get their insights and their opinions about what's relevant in the industry today. The goal of our show is simple. It's to make sure you are in the know about what's possible in the kitchen, in the bathroom, outdoor, or in design. In today's episode, we are talking about luxury brand Monogram. I'm excited to be joined by Darren Renson, Senior Area Sales Manager at Monogram. Welcome to the show, Darren. Actually, welcome back. How are you?
Good, Sean. Thanks. Good to be back. Good afternoon. So yeah, welcome back.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm the senior area sales manager for Monogram Appliances, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be here at Pacific Sales in Torrance today. Let me tell you, the showroom here is absolutely fantastic. I used to work for Pacific Sales. I did for well over 10 years actually, and I guess you guys had a redesign in the showroom a few years ago because I got to say, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. You guys have vignettes of all these different appliance manufacturers down one side of the store, and then you have all these appliances everywhere. I mean, I can't imagine a better place to shop. Things have certainly changed since I've been here, but I am super excited to be here with you today, Sean.
Well, we appreciate it, and I can't believe this is the first time you're seeing this.
Yeah,
We did this
yeah.
back in October. I want to say a year ago, but it is a sight to see. So if you're in the Southern California area in Torrance, you definitely want to check out this showroom. Let's jump right in, high level. Let's talk about Monogram, like
Sure.
the brand. Who is Monogram?
So Monogram Appliances, they are the luxury line for General Electric appliances. They are well over 30 years old. And in fact, in 1987, they were the first luxury manufacturer to have a complete suite of appliances. So that would be cooking, cooling, and cleaning. And no one else could complete a whole luxury kitchen like Monogram Appliances could. Now, obviously, there's other brands out there that can do that, but Monogram was absolutely the first. And one of the great things about Monogram Appliances, we have a company like General Electric really kind of leading the brand. And there's just some really exciting things happening for us. One in two households across the country actually have a GE appliance in their house. Believe it or
Really?
not, yeah, it's actually pretty insane, just how many GE appliances out there. And if you think about the powerhouse that is GE, and then you think about the best of the best that they could ever produce, that's what gets the Monogram logo. And I'm just really super excited to be part of the Monogram team. So really great story, and we have some awesome things.
Well, very cool. So, talking about exciting things, there's a lot happening in the news. Well, not in the news, just in general with Monogram.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about those things?
Yeah, some really cool things have been happening. A couple of years ago, Monogram and GE Appliances was actually divested from GE, the company, and it's actually been nothing but good things for us because if you think about it, when we were part of Big GE, we were part of a company that made airplane engines and every other thing that you can think of, and the business was a very small portion. The appliance business was a very small portion of General Electric as a whole. And a couple years ago, they were actually acquired by an appliance company called Haier, which only does appliances. In fact, the world's largest manufacturer of appliances, and have been for the last 10 years.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, it's really cool. So now Monogram is the head of the snake, as it were. It's the highest end appliances in the world's largest appliance manufacturer, and we have so many exciting things coming down the pipe that we can't wait to talk about. And we're showing some of it now, and if you guys had come by maybe KBIS, we had a fantastic booth. In fact, GE Appliances won best large booth at KBIS this year in
Well,
Vegas.
congratulations.
Yeah, very excited about this. It was a great design effort across the board, and we were showing a lot of really exciting things. And we'll talk more about that probably in a little bit. But really, it's just so heartening to have such a big investment in the brand and have a company like Hire behind us and really want to push this thing forward. GE Appliances and Monogram as a brand has always been an appliance that you can rely on. It was a workhorse. It was built to last, some of the best service and best performing appliances in the world. And now we're really just going to take that to the entire next level. In fact, our motto at Monogram is elevate everything. And you can't even wait to see what's gonna be coming down the road for us in the next few years.
Well, talking about elevate everything, you guys are on top. Our product is featured on Top Chef too,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, really, really cool. So Top Chef, great partner. And when we found out that Top Chef this year was going to be filming in Louisville, Kentucky, how could we not be part of that? I
True.
mean, that's our
True.
backyard. We have our own zip code in Louisville. Actually, it's called Appliance Park. We have buildings where we
Really?
do most of our manufacturing there, and the fact that they were going to be doing it in Louisville, we had to outfit. So this season of Top Chef that was shown over the winter featured all Monogram appliances. They were cooking on some of our top signature products like the hearth oven and the Advanium and things like that. And so it was just a really great way for us to partner with a great brand like Top Chef and show really what luxury top of the line appliances could do for any chef in any kitchen. Our appliances are not for people who don't cook.
Mm,
They may be somewhat pretty. In fact, I think they're very pretty,
they
but
are.
ultimately they are performing workhorses. And if you put something like a Monogram in your house, you're going to produce chef level results in your own kitchen, which is exciting.
So let's talk about the kitchen. Let's talk about the products. You called it specialty products.
Well,
Um,
a lot of signature products.
Signature
Yeah,
products.
a lot of
Sorry. So
signature products.
signature products. Let's start off because you mentioned the Advenium.
Mm-hmm.
There is the hearth oven.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get into your column
Sure.
refrigerator, but let's start with the Advenium speed oven.
Yeah, the Avanium, I would say, is probably Monogram's best kept secret. We've had this product out now for 20 years.
Wow.
20
Really?
years, yeah. And so what this product is essentially 5 ovens in 1. There's nothing else like it out there in the world, and it's a microwave, so
Okay.
you can reheat your coffee and you can make popcorn. It's a full featured oven, so if you want to bake in it or roast in it or broil in it, you can absolutely do that. It's a toaster, it's a warming oven, but I would say first and foremost, the thing that makes it the coolest is that it's a speed oven. So this product can cook up to 8 times faster than a traditional oven. And we don't make it complicated. In fact, we have over 175 pre-programmed foods built into this oven. It's literally like the closest thing you can get to a Star Trek computer for your home that I've ever seen. So you can cycle through all these different types of foods, and normally where it would take, an hour to roast a whole chicken plus maybe 20 minutes of preheat time, we'll roast a whole chicken in maybe 30 minutes,
Really?
even less than that. Yeah. So you just scroll through the little knob, you tell it exactly what you're cooking. And if you want to do Brussels sprouts, you hit the Brussels sprouts button. These will be the best Brussels sprouts you've ever had. And you don't even have to wait for it. Over 50% of American households have no idea what they're cooking for dinner at 4 p.m.
True. I'm one of those households too.
What are you having for dinner tonight?
He
Yeah,
agrees
he
too.
agrees too. Sean, what are you having for dinner tonight? Any idea?
Yes, probably
Leftovers.
leftovers.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's where the microwave would probably come in because you could just reheat the leftovers. But imagine not having to worry about preheating your oven, and whatever you take out, you're going to be able to cook in 4 to 8 times faster than a traditional oven. Just having that confidence because we lead busy lives. We go pick up the kids from soccer practice. We got to go run our errands after work, and before you know it, it's
Hmm.
almost 7 o'clock. What are we eating for dinner? And sometimes that means calling in and ordering out, and there's Postmates and DoorDash and all this other
Yeah.
stuff that exists in today's on-demand economy. But really being able to control what you cook and what you put in your body is a huge deal, and the Avanium is really built for today's lifestyle. So it's a really cool product.
All right. So let's think. So when I think about the Advenium oven,
Hmm.
is it replaces your microwave?
Yep.
So when a designer is speccing or thinking about the entire kitchen, like the Advenium is a no-brainer.
Hmm.
That should be part of the spec, as part of what you spec out in the home to replace that microwave. Correct?
Yeah, I mean, there is probably no more bane of an existence for most designers than where do I put the microwave? Um, it can
But you don't
be,
want to have both in the house in the home,
yeah.
do you?
Well, I mean, honestly, I would say no because it absolutely can be used as a microwave. And even if you just use it as a microwave, it's a very good microwave with a lot of capacity, but it's so much more than that. But for designs, if you're dealing with limited space, you want to get a second oven in the kitchen, but you don't have the space for a double oven, or you're trying to find a home for that microwave, it solves so many issues
Mm.
on top of the issue of it takes a long time to cook food sometimes, and we solve that too. So it really
I
it's
feel
the
like
answer to so many different questions.
I feel like that's all you need
Hmm.
in your home.
Yeah, there's well, I mean, depending on the amount of space, if we're talking maybe a San Francisco or New York
True.
loft,
You're right.
that could be all you ever need for anybody, and they could get so much use out of a product like that. And we at Monogram say, even if we don't get the whole kitchen, we'd love to have the whole kitchen. Every
Mm.
kitchen should have an Invanium in it.
And so I agree. I love for everything that I'm hearing about the Envenom. I don't personally own one, but
Hmm.
I feel as if I need to now
Yeah,
after this.
if you don't have one, you should. And most of our locations that here at Pacific Sales have the Advanium Live. And if you ask in advance, there may be a way to give you a product demonstration, or even if it's not live, they can at least show you how it works and how much time you can save and all the different cool things they could do. So make sure you head down to your local Pacific Sales and check it out because they are sweet, sweet products.
Hashtag ad, but we didn't pay for that one. So let's talk about the hearth oven. I mean, this is a beautiful piece that is handmade
Yep.
when you order it, right?
Hmm.
So let's talk about the oven there, what it's capable of achieving. People think of it as a pizza oven, but I know it's more than a pizza oven.
Yeah.
So give us some information.
Sure. So little bit of background on this. There is a micro factory that's attached to University of Louisville, and once again in Kentucky, that we have an interest in, and it's called First Build. And if you get a chance and you're watching on your computer or on your phone, you might want to jump over to firstbuild.com and check it out. But basically, this place is really cool. Anybody with any idea can submit their idea for any sort of product, and if you're local or even if you're not, and you want to go in there and build it, you have access to 3D printers, all this AutoCAD software. In fact, last time I was there, I saw a group of students just building a rocket back at
A
First Build.
rocket.
Yeah, they were working on rocket science, literally rocket science there.
Wow.
So pretty cool. And so there's a lot of interesting things that come out of First Build. And one of those things was this. It was originally called a pizza oven. It was designed as a pizza oven, and we later realized you can do so much more than it. But it is the world's only indoor electric self-ventilating pizza oven.
Oh, got it. So that's the unique piece here. It is
Yeah,
the first indoor.
indoor.
So you now have the ability to take the experience of cooking a pizza inside.
Yeah, one of the problems, and there's a lot of challenges associated that this particular product solved, is that with a pizza or a hearth oven, it produces a lot of grease, it produces a lot of smoke, and generally they run on gas. And so usually they're sold for outdoor kitchens.
Hmm.
But this particular product, it actually fits in a standard oven cutout. So anywhere you would put a single wall oven, you can actually put this product in. And it has some really cool, unique features. Like I said, it's self-ventilating, so you don't need to duct it. And it gets up to over 1,300 degrees on the top dome and almost 700 degrees on the bottom stone. So most wall ovens, they get up to what, like when you're on broil, maybe
Hmm.
550 degrees.
Yep.
And that's about it. And that's kind of a limitation of a home cook. Well, these professional restaurants, they're cooking in things called salamanders. And these
Ah.
things get incredibly hot. And that's where you get the great Maillard reaction and the caramelization on whatever you're cooking because they're
Hmm.
cooking at much higher temperatures. Well, we brought that professional level commercial capability into the inside of your kitchen with this product. So it's a very cool, very unique product. And if you're working on a house that you want to be different than anybody else's house that's out there and really a signature product that sets your design or your home apart, when you're looking at whether it's a spec home if you're a custom builder or you're
Yep.
just building some dream home of yourself, this is for yourself, this is the type of product that you would put in there that when you see and all the stuff you can do with it, you can throw steaks in there and get the best steakhouse you've ever had in your entire
Really?
life. You're going to get the caramelization like you had it done at a professional steakhouse because it gets that hot.
Wow.
You can do salmon in there, anything you can think of. And that's why we don't call it a pizza oven, we call it a hearth oven, because essentially there's nothing that you can put in there that won't probably come out better than a traditional oven because of the temperatures and the way that this particular product cooks. And it's super impressive, and it's only at Monogram.
It sounds super impressive,
Yeah,
and you're right. It is only at Monograms. Again, like I can't stress this enough. Like it's an indoor pizza oven.
yeah.
I don't want to say pizza oven because you just said there's
Well,
many things that you can.
well, to be fair, Sean, so it makes some of the best pizza you've ever had in your
I
entire
believe
life,
it
and it
too.
makes it in about 2 minutes. So you think about these places where you go in and they fire the pizza in the big brick oven. Think of that, but
Yep.
inside your house. It's exactly what it is. We have presets. We have Neapolitan pizza. We have New York style pizza. We even have Detroit style pizza. Do you know what Detroit style pizza is,
No,
Sean?
and I have not had a Detroit style pizza.
Yeah, Detroit style pizza. It's almost like a sheet pan. So it's a rectangle type pizza. There's a Jets pizza as a famous Detroit style
Yeah.
pizza. So the rectangular ones, kind of like the pan rectangle pizza, that's Detroit style. We have that pre-programmed. Actually, the way that we did it is we created this thing called the digital pizza. It's a circle and it has all these sensors on it. And we went to the most famous pizza restaurants in the entire country and we walked up to them and said, "Hey, take this and cook it like you would cook your normal pizza."
Yeah.
And so we took all these readings and we created these algorithms, which created these presets, which then when you press Neapolitan pizza, you're going to think that you're eating a pizza that was made in Naples.
Wow. Now
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah. Pretty cool stuff. I mean, the engineering that we have at Monogram is impressive. Well, like I said, that just goes back to the GE appliances thing. We probably have more engineers than a lot of companies have employees. In fact, we have 50 labs over at Appliance Park. One of the labs is a food sciences lab. We have 3 PhD food scientists. We're cooking $10,000 worth of food a week
Insane.
just to make sure that whatever program we put into our appliances, you're going to get the best performance that you've ever experienced in your life. And that's what Monogram is all about.
And I love it because the key word you keep using is experience.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about luxury products,
Yeah.
it's about the experience too, and the ability to create that in your home
Yep.
with your family is definitely what I hear and definitely will see out of this product for sure. Cool. Okay, so now let's talk about your column refrigeration because
Sure.
there's three things we wanted to talk about, right? At least from a product perspective,
Sure.
and I want to hear your perspective and insight on Monogram's column refrigeration.
Yeah, we're super excited to have columns. We launched them just a little over a year ago, and integrated refrigeration is definitely on trend right now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people want to get away from the rectangle across the top, and they want their flush in set, and they
Yeah.
want their integrated refrigeration. And we're not the only ones that have column refrigeration on the market, but I think that we do a lot of things better. Than a lot of the competition. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased.
Of course, you're wearing a Monogram T-shirt now.
Yeah, I would do wear my Monogram on my heart. But the story with Monogram and what we look at when we look at all of our appliances, and the columns included, is really about performance and materials. In fact, the slogan for Monogram is the mark of luxury you can see and feel.
Oh,
And so we use some really signature materials with our columns and with some other products as well. But we use extruded aluminum, like on our door bins and our drawers, very high end material, stuff you would find on the inside of a Bugatti or an Learjet, for example.
really?
Yeah, really, really high end materials, beautiful lighting on the inside, full stainless steel and metal and glass, very little plastic if we can avoid it. All of our appliances, or almost all of our appliances, we have all categories covered, are connected appliances.
Okay.
So for anybody that's really into connectivity, you can monitor the temperature of your refrigerator. You can set it to Sabbath mode if you want to do that via the app, or you can do it directly on the product. So, and that's the same thing that's built into a lot of our appliances. Our ovens are Wi-Fi connected. Our cooktops are Wi-Fi connected. So really, really cool. But our column refrigerators, great products, fits many different design styles because you can either get it with a stainless steel door if you like the traditional stainless steel look, or if you're trying to find something that more disappears into your design, you can do your own custom panels on front as well. So beautiful products, and I highly encourage you to come and take a look at them as well on display at Pacific Sales, because once you actually touch and see and feel them, you really kind of understand where we are different than the competition as far as the level of our products.
And I love that because when you think about designers and trade, just when they're creating or working with their clients, some designers love to just make sure the refrigeration is completely hidden in their
Yeah.
design.
Mm-hmm.
So your column refrigeration give you the ability to do that, and or if you just like stainless,
Sure.
you can pick that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And then you talked about the interior materials.
Hmm.
Are there reasons behind why the materials are so unique? I mean, you talked about like the look, the
Sure.
design. Is that really aesthetic for just when you open up that refrigerator? There's a cool factor to it.
Well, I mean, that's always a good thing, right? You
Yeah,
don't want to open something and go kind of just and just
yeah,
have your heart sink. But there's always there's two reasons, right? So there's the beautiful look of the product, but the other thing is that metal just holds temperature better than plastic. Plastic, those long grain
yep.
polymers, they just don't hold temperature, and the job number one of a refrigerator is really just to get cold and keep your food
Yeah.
safe, and preserve food for as long as possible. And using higher end materials generally yields higher end results. And when we look at building any product from an engineering standpoint, they want to make sure that the performance is at a level that they can put the Monogram logo on it,
Mm.
and these certainly meet that standard.
So performance and beauty.
Yeah.
Yep, at its core.
The luxury customer doesn't just want it to be pretty or doesn't just want it to perform. They want both.
Yep.
And we need to make sure that we serve both of those needs.
Very cool. Okay, so now let's. I love it. Let's go back to the designer, the builder, the trade professional.
Hmm.
Are there benefits that Monogram offer or programs specific to the trade?
Yeah, designers. We love designers at Monogram. We understand that designers are an integral part of the process. In fact, a luxury Monogram customer is more typically going to have a designer-led renovation than not. Um, and that's something that you don't necessarily see in the mass premium category. We understand that designers have a big factor to do with the buying decision, whether it's designer, cabinet companies, builders, contractors. And
Hmm.
so we try and do things to make their life as easy as possible.
Hmm.
So we have a lot of great tools and resources available to them. If, for example, you go to monogram.com, you'll see a link that says trade resources. We have things like a custom panel planner. We have a blog for designers as well.
Yep, save room
Um,
for design.
Save room for design. That's right. You can click right there, and it'll actually show you a lot of our appliances in different design styles and see how our appliances fill into there. And we have a lot of designer programs as well. So I would recommend designers jump on to monogram.com to take a look at that. But we really are here to serve designers. We have a very close relationship in our markets with the different design organizations, whether it's ASID or NKBA or any of the other ones.
Yep.
And it's really just about those relationships, and they understand what Monogram can do to elevate their design. Because once again, at Monogram, what do? We elevate everything, including your design.
I love it. And then so I'm sorry, I'm going to get tactical here.
Okay.
But when I think about the designer, I mean, there is a tool that you guys offer that I'm impressed with
Hmm.
that allows it's 3D tools. I mean, you're
Yep.
able to um, talk about that because
Sure.
I love it, but you can articulate it better than me.
Sure. Sure. So, and this is obviously more for the designers
Yep.
who use this type of programs. But whether you're whatever CAD program you're using, whether it's a 2020 or SketchUp or Chief Architect, all of our appliance files are available for those programs. And so when you're doing a design for your client, it's more impactful to show them the design with the
Yes.
actual appliances that they'll be putting in their kitchen to get a real feel for it,
Yep.
rather than just say a generic 48-inch range or a generic oven.
But you'll get the
Um,
heart oven,
you can even put the hearth oven in there. That's
right?
right.
So
So when you're doing the proper tiles and the proper countertops, and you're doing all those textures on your design and showing your client what their kitchen's going to look like,
yep.
they'll have a true feeling of what that kitchen's going to look like, including the appliances, because we give the tools available for all the trade resources there.
Yep. So I love it. So now,
Yeah.
now I want to talk about you personally. Well, not you personally, but
What do you want to know, Sean?
what are you? Okay, listen. No, what are you personally excited about with the Monogram brand right now?
Sure. So I think we covered a lot of it. There's a lot of
Yep.
things going on right now that we're excited about, and in the
But I want to know
future.
what you are excited
Okay,
about.
so personally, what I'm really excited about is just the ability to evangelize Monogram and really have a focus on the brand. my position and the Monogram sales position is actually relatively new for GE. It's always been kind of the best kept secret out there in the luxury appliance industry. Anybody in the industry you ask about Monogram will tell you, yeah, great appliances, perform great, but they haven't really marketed themselves very strongly, and that's kind of what I'm here to do now. We actually have a Monogram sales team that's here to do that because we have a lot of exciting things coming down the road in the future too. In fact, we are going to have 2 new collections, and if you're at the show, what was the show in Vegas? I just
Cabus?
KBIS, yeah. If you're
Yep.
at the, my brain just
Sometimes that
turned off.
happens.
Yeah, if you're out there, you actually got to see a sneak peek of that. And so we'll be relaunching 2 new collections, the Statement Collection and the Minimalist Collection, which are going to be kind of your transitional and your contemporary look to really aid your design styles and all that stuff, plus new products coming out in January. So we have a lot of exciting things. So personally, I'm just really excited about all the emphasis that we finally get to put on the brand because I've always been a huge believer in Monogram, even back in my Pacific sales days. I
Hey.
love selling it. And honestly, I love selling it because it was in stock and it wouldn't break, and the customers liked it.
Mm.
And those are things that are kind of underrated in today's world. If it doesn't break and it's where you need it to be, and it performs well, and on top of that, we make a beautiful product.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think there's a whole lot to worry about.
especially that you're connected to GE,
Yep.
right? Like
Yeah,
it is the
that's
full
exciting.
family, and Monogram is the luxury side of it, which is definitely elevated,
Hmm.
right? Elevate everything.
You got it. Yeah,
Um,
you got it. I
so
got you.
yeah, I just think what Monogram and how Monogram is positioning themselves, especially with the trade, I think trade, customer, et cetera, you guys are doing a
Hmm.
phenomenal job right
Thank you.
now and making it happen. So, any final words before we go?
No, I think I covered it all. All I would say is Pacific Sales, great partner for GE Appliances and Monogram. We love you guys here. In fact, the store manager here at Torrance, Jenny.
Shout out to Jenny.
Shout out to Jenny. Make sure when you come by, if you come by the Torrance showroom, you say hi to Jenny. Jenny and I worked together. My first day at Pacific Sales, she was there, and we were in Carlsbad together. So
Very cool.
I would say get out to your local Pacific Sales, talk to one of your knowledgeable salespeople, and ask about Monogram. Hopefully they'll tell you about it, but if you ask about it, it's even better. And make sure you check out the Advanium and you check out our columns and you check out everything else because even though we focus on those products, we have everything you can think of for your kitchen.
Very cool. Yes.
Yeah.
To your point, yes. Monogram completes the entire kitchen.
Hmm.
So yes, it wasn't only about the Abanium, the column
Right.
refrigerator, and what was the third piece we talked about?
The hearth oven.
The hearth oven,
Yeah.
right? There are products to complete the entire kitchen with Monogram. So definitely take some time. Where can we find more about Monogram or inspiration?
So yeah, you can go to the brand page at pacificsales.com. There's a Monogram brand page, and you'll see all of our products there. Or if you want to know a little bit more information, you can always go straight to monogram.com, and we have all of our information on our website. We also have an Instagram, Monogram Appliances, where you can see that as well, and you'll see a lot of our pictures and a lot of the stuff that we've been doing at Monogram, all the exciting things we have going on. So I would definitely check us out on social or any of those web pages.
Well, very cool. I appreciate you taking some time to hang out with us today, Darren.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. That was awesome.
No, it was awesome. I had fun. So, if you're watching this or listening to this and this is your first time, we would appreciate your feedback. If you're watching this via social media, just leave a comment below in the post. If you are on podcast, we would appreciate a rating. This is or was the Pacific Sales live stage show. Again, my name is Sean Ayala, and we will see you in the next episode.